Okay, today is 4th of September 2020, and we will now start with the limitations of resistance welding. So, the first point on the limitation of resistance welding is that the all types of metal cannot be welded. Number two, complex shapes cannot be just right joined. Number three, initial cost of equipment is high. Number four, the welding joint is not so strong. And number five, bigger job thickness cannot be welded. So these are the several limitations on resistance welding. Okay. So now we'll go on to the next topic, which is application of resistance welding. The applications are basically joining sheets, making tubes, containers, utensils, okay, furnitures, showpieces, and automobile and aircraft parts, fuel tank, wire fabrics, grills, uh, leak-proof containers, and there are some others too. These are the main applications. There are other applications too. Now, this resistance welding are different types available. Types of resistance welding. Number one is the spot welding, which we all have completed in our second year workshop practice 2 lab. This is known to all, spot welding. Number two, seam welding, welding different type of containers, cans, leak proof joints. This seam welding is very important and useful. Projection welding, we'll learn them one by one. Number four, percussion welding, resistance butt welding, flash butt welding, stud welding. These are the major types of resistance weldings. Now we'll start with spot welding. So in spot welding is very the simplest method of resistance welding, where um, there are two or more pieces are held between two copper electrodes. If these are the two electrodes, the workpiece or sheets are kept like this, and a little pressure is applied through the electrodes, and the current been passed for a very small quantity of time, and as a result, in between these two mating surfaces, the material turns into plasma state, semi-liquid state. Then the current stopped, but the pressure is kept constant. After a few seconds, this pressure to be withdrawn, and this semi-liquid portion here will solidify in that time, and joint is produced. So this is the very common and well known to us, because we have already learned the theory in second year, and we have did the practical also. Now uh, we have also known its working principle too. There is a power supply. The power supply is connected to a transformer. This transformer uh, has two outputs, which goes to one electrode, another one goes to another electrode, and the job is kept in between. And there is some mechanism, like it may be with air cylinder, it may be by means of spring and a rocker mechanism. Okay, there are several type of methods available to apply the pressure, depends on the job thickness and the type of the spot welding. So this is a process, a basics working principle, where you apply pressure through the electrodes, and then you get the joint at the mating surfaces between the two workpieces. This is the simple basic working principle. Now as we go on, we will learn different type of machines, and thus different type of diagrams of those machines we will discuss. Okay, so hold time is basically the time given for cooling off of the uh, plastic state or semi-liquid state material. Okay, it has advantages of spot welding. Cost of equipment is low. Not low, actually it is not so high. You cannot say it high, but is even not low also, with compared to MMA welding. Now number two advantage is that untrained operator can perform easily. Number three, high speed production is possible because it takes very less time. Number 4 is less chances of warpage and distortion. Number 5, which is a very good advantage, that is no age preparation is required. Number 6, uh, the process might be automatic or semi-automatic. And number 7, no metallurgical changes in job materials. Okay, so these are the advantages of spot welding, and because of these advantages, we have its greater applications. Applications are welding of low carbon steel, high speed steels, steel plates, they can be jointed very easily. Utensils made of uh, stainless steel and cutleries may be produced. Number 3, aluminium, aluminium magnesium alloys, copper and alloys,
So in the second point, so fast what
utensils,
fast what?
utensils. This is utensils.
Okay. So what is the wooden?
বাসনপত্রগুলোকে মেনলি উটেন্সিলস বলে। যেমন ধরো স্টিলের মগ হয়।
Oh,
If you look at the mugs which
oh acha, acha.
to be used in water or some other purpose, you will find there are some spots on the handle where the handle is attached with the mug, or in jogs also you will find spot weld. These spot welds are done to attach the handle separately with the body of the mug, or in jugs also.
Yes, sir. Yes.
In cups, in my childhood, we have used steel cups. I don't know whether you have seen or not. For drinking tea, steel cups are used. Even now in some villages they use steel cups. So that cup is attached to the handle by means of this spot welding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay. Then nickel and alloys, monel metals are also welded. And number 4, in automobile and aircraft industries, it is also used. Now, there are different types of machines. First, we talk about is a
The right
rocker.
side portions are not visible, sir.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
The right side টা একটু গাঢ় হয়ে গেছে।
Okay now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Rocker arm type machine that you have seen in our lab. Rocker arm type machine. In our lab, we have seen a combination of these two type, rocker arm type portable machine. That's what we have seen in our lab. That machine was portable. However, when we call it a rocker arm, I'm drawing a figure. Okay, so in this type of machine, this arm is called upper arm. This upper arm rocks about this pivot, and this rocking is controlled by this foot pedal. When we start this foot pedal, this force gets transferred through this rod and spring mechanism, and this helps to lift up this side of this rocker arm or the upper arm, and thus the pressure get applied. When we take out the foot from this foot pedal, the pressure is released and then this goes up. So if we press it here, this force gets transferred through this rod and spring mechanism, and this spring gives force and lifts this end towards the upside, and as a result this side, this electrode holding side, goes down and provides the necessary pressure to the job. This lower electrode is fixed, and this is movable, and this movable electrode applies the pressure. So our machine which is in our lab, we have done with it is type of this machine, but that was small in size and thus that was portable. Now, so portable uh, portable machine type are similar in work but is smaller. So there all the things are under a container. I'm trying to draw a figure. I'm not good at drawing figures, but I hope I can make you understand. So the machine look like this. The machine look like this, where this is the foot pedal. If you press it downward, it will come downward. And these electrodes are made up of copper or copper alloys. Very high conductive electrode is required. So this is a portable one, but the difference is only all these mechanisms are inside in that container, and the variables here are the current breaking time and the welding current and welding voltage. So there are three variables we will discuss one by one. However, we first discuss the other one, the press type. So number three is a press type machine. So in press type machine, it is very rigid and it is used for materials with very high job thickness. So I'm trying to draw it. My connection of the camera is being cut. Just give me a second. Okay, now it is visible again. So there is a flexible mechanism. Yes, somebody asked something. Yeah, sure, I am keeping the diagram and because I have to explain it after I draw. So now this is yet not completed. Some portion is still there here. Now this is a press type spot welding machine, whether this is a foot switch, this is the timer, this is the welding transformer, this is the air control. For pressing, either hydraulic or pneumatic system is used to apply sufficient force on the job pieces. Okay, so now this is the fixed electrode, this is the upper electrode which helps to provide pressure, and this is compressed air cylinder. So now here in this machine, compressed air is used for providing the pressure. This is a press type machine. Now there are other type which is called multiple electrode type. This is a job oriented machine. For particular jobs, this special type machine is required. Multiple electrode type. Can I go on to the next topic?
পরে যেটা করেছেন না ওটা ওটা কি বললেন ওটা? ওই যে এয়ার কন্ট্রোলের
এটা হচ্ছে কম্প্রেসড এয়ার সিলিন্ডার, যেটা কিনা এই এয়ারটাকে কন্ট্রোল করার একটা সুইচ আছে। এই এয়ারটা কম্প্রেসড এয়ারটা ইউজ করা হয় তোমার যে আপার ইলেকট্রোডটা আছে সেটাকে প্রেস করবার জন্য বা লিফট করবার জন্য। Manual force is not enough or the spring force is not enough in such cases, or for high job thickness cases there high pressure is required, and in such cases this press type machine is required. This is heavy and this is not movable, this is fixed on a particular job shop.
ওকে স্যার, ওকে স্যার।
Okay, so let us go into the next topic. If you cannot complete the diagram, then I take the picture and I post it in your Google Classroom. So if you require these diagrams, you have to join the Google Classroom, and the link is sent in your group mail. Okay, our next topic, which is seam welding. This is also called continuous spot welding, where the continuous stops are made. The machine follows the same principle. But here what you find is uh, two rollers. There are two rollers and the job is passed through these two rollers, and as a result we get a continuous series of spot welds. So if the job is examined, we'll find here is one welding nugget, 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 here is one welding nugget. So what happens actually, one nugget gets 15 to 20% into another nugget, and as a result a leak proof joint is produced. For milk containers, for pressure vessels, for cylinders, this type of seam weld is used, which can provide leak proof joints. There are two rollers. These two rollers moves on opposite direction, and as a result these two rollers, as it moves, it transfers the current in impulsed form. So pulsed current is used. Pulsed current, single phase AC current normally used. Sometimes three phase is also used depending on the heavy machineries. This roller rotates and this lower one is fixed and the upper one is movable. It can lift and it can goes down by use of a foot pedal. Now these are two connectors that will connect to the power source. Now here the pressure is applied by the upper electrode, and uh, these materials moves because of this rotation of these two rollers. So now here if you want to control it, then you have to uh, control some variables like voltage, current, time of the pulse current, and the rotation of the electrodes. There are two motors attached, and in some cases one roller is not provided power to move. I mean, it does not attach to the motor. Only one motor, only one disc is attached to the motor. This also happens. So it depends on the company, the manufacturers, how they want to make it. These rollers are made of very high conductive material like copper, and step down transformer is used as we require low voltage and higher current, as the formula is H equal to I square RT. So I required to be higher and V is kept lower to avoid any accidents. Now the equipment used, basically all the thing comes in the same container. Equipment used is power source, which is a step down transformer which decreases voltage and increases the current. Electrodes, which are non-consumable type, and good current conductivity is required like copper. There should be a control panel to control the current and the voltage and the time period for the pulsed current. Now there are three types of welding machines. Number one is circular type. Number two is longitudinal type. And number three is universal type. Okay, there is not much to discuss here. If the rotation of the disc are perpendicular to the throat of the machine, then it is circular type. When these discs are rotating perpendicular to the circular one is a longitudinal one. I suggest you just remember these three names and give an image search on Google. You will get the machines. If you take a look at it, you can easily understand. It is a very easy job. I am keeping the job for you. Image search on Google. Because if I want to draw all these three machines, it is very easy but time consuming. Now we advance to our last topic on this sim weld, which is advantages and limitations. So first we'll start with advantages of sim weld. It is capable of produce gas tight or liquid tight. Means you call it just a leak proof. So for leak proof joints, this is an advantage. We can use sim weld for making leak proof joints. Number two, no semi skilled person is required. Semi skilled person can perform well. Number three, this uh, suitable for mass production and uh, the overlaps required is less. Overlap means only lap joints are produced. That is a limitation. So this is called the overlapped section. This overlapped section of these two sheets, this is say sheet 1 and this is sheet 2. So in such cases this overlapped portion required is less compared to the other welding processes. Limitations are process is limited to only lap joints. Complex shape cannot be joined. And number 3, high thickness plates. So 4 mm or higher becomes very difficult and thus cannot be welded. Okay, the applications it used for welding carbon steels, alloy steels, stainless steels, alloys of aluminium, nickel, and magnesium. These are, very uh, useful material for welding in this type of machines. It is applied on lap joints to make cylinders or cabinets or containers or tanks also. So whenever you require a very good tight leak-proof joint on thin materials, thin sheets, then you can go on with seam welding. Okay. So today we'll stop here. Do you have any questions or queries? Okay, I got a question. I have not seen it yet. Sorry. The step down. Why the step down transformer is used? Because we require high current. High current we can get in two ways. Either by keeping the voltage high. In such case, the you know chances of accidents will become higher. We require very high insulation, and the situation will always will be dangerous. And if you you know if the maintenance is somehow missed, or the accident may occur because of high voltage, the chances of getting shock is higher. But in case of uh, step down transformer, if we used, we know P equal to VI. So if V is reduced, then I will automatically go up. And uh, for step down transformer, we get low voltage, and the chances of getting shock or getting an accident is lesser in step down transformer. That's why in all welding we use step down transformer. Even in all instruments we use step down transformers. In your LED tube, in your LED bulb, in mobile charger, so everything has a step down transformer, because we do not require so high voltage, we require very low voltages. But we transfer a high voltage, we get high voltage to 20 volt, because if you lower the supply voltage, then there will be very much loss in transmission. That's why we transfer the current in high voltage to reduce loss, but we use it in low voltage to reduce the power consumption, and our electronics goods works that way better. And the most important point is, the chances of getting shock, the chances of accidents are less with low voltages. Okay, so if you have any more questions, you can ask. Otherwise,